this is my second take trying to record this video because I'm a little technically challenged today, it seems. I am actually traveling right now, so that is why this video is a little bit less high quality than my previous videos. But please bear with me. Please also bear with the audio. I do have my mic set up, but I'm not sure how well it's going to pick up in the current environment that I'm in. But I did want to record a video about our next topic in this education series, and it is about gallery delivery systems. So gallery delivery systems are so important, especially if you're going to take this serious and you're going to do this full time. You really want to have a system in place that you can rely on that will deliver images to your clients at the very least so that they can download them in high resolution. High resolution is something that is, you can't just usually send somebody like an email or something like that in high resolution because the files are just so large. So these gallery delivery systems are set up so that you can upload these high, there's a lot of data, these are very large files. You can upload them very quickly to a web address where your client can then log in and download their images. They can share them, they can usually order prints. There's lots of different functionalities of these gallery delivery systems. The one that I like to use is called PicTime. I am going to share PicTime with you in just a few minutes. There's also ones like PixieSet, which I've tried, it was pretty cool, but I like PicTime better. I am not sponsored or affiliated with PicTime in any way other than the fact that I do really like their stuff. I'm going to look on their website and see if I can become maybe like an affiliate so that you guys can get a discount. If I do, I will pop that code somewhere below in this video. But PicTime so far has been my favorite. I also use something called Sprout Studio for, it's like my client management system, but it has a gallery function to it. So if you were trying to save money and you see my next video, which is going to be about Sprout Studio, and you decide that you want to just use Sprout Studio for all that it allows you to, all of the functions it allows you to do, then, you know, you can do that, and I will share my screen and kind of show you a little bit about Sprout Studio's gallery system, even though I don't personally use it. And I'll kind of explain to you why I don't personally use it at this point. But before I get into all of that, just want to stress how important it is as a professional photographer to not deliver your pictures either by email or by Google Drive or anything like that. It really takes, how do I explain it? Client experience is almost more important than the product itself, and I know that sounds crazy because you're in an artistic industry and you would think that the quality of the product would be number one, but how you make your client feel and how they perceive you as a professional is also extremely important. And so if you don't have a professional system that you deliver this stuff with, and there's not like a mystery to it where they're like, I don't know what this, I've never used anything like this before, but this is really cool that they have this, and this is how they send me my photos, then I think you're really missing out on growing your business and scaling it and making people perceive you as a professional in your industry. So I do think that it's very important to get this. There are a lot of them that will either do a free trial or they will let you use it for free up until a certain amount of photos that you upload. So if you wanted to start on a small scale and you're not doing a lot of client work right now and you can't afford to pay what I pay for PicTime, I think there is a free version. If not, there are other websites that do offer free versions. But yes, so it's very important. Like I said, you can upload high resolution images, which are very large files, very quickly. A lot of times you can upload them straight from the software that you edit with. Which is cool. It means it kind of takes the downloading process out of the equation if you don't want to have a lot of extra files bogging down your hard drives. It also it displays your images in a very aesthetic way. It puts them in like a gallery format. You can play around with the gallery format. You can change the cover photos, the cover templates, different colors and fonts. You can really create your own brand within the gallery delivery system, which is super cool. because brand consistency is very, very important. And then there's also usually additional features that these gallery delivery systems offer. And I am going to get into PicTimes now because PicTime is my #1 recommendation. So let's get into that. Okay guys, we are back. So this is PicTime. PicTime is, like I said, it's a gallery delivery system. And as you can see, when you first log in, you are in this dashboard. It shows you how many people are viewing your galleries from day to day. You can toggle that, so that's great data if you're wondering, like, how many, because you are able to share your portfolio with the public, not only your clients, so you can kind of see like how many people are looking at your portfolio from day to day. You also can see how many people are going to your website from your portfolio, how many people are ordering things, how much money you've made that month. So as you can see, I've made $585 this month, and this is from prints. Now, obviously, not all of this is profit. There is commission taken out by PicTime, as well as there's costs involved with the actual production of the pictures, but this is how much sales I've done so far. Over here shows you some of your galleries. You can go to client galleries and view them all if you'd like to. But PicTime is so cool because when you are building a new gallery, there's just so many unique features that you can do. So I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. So if you click New Client Gallery, you can build templates where it'll kind of pre-populate a lot of the settings for you, but I'm going to start one from scratch. So here you would give it a name. Let's call it Susan's Senior Photos. And then if there was a different date, you can obviously change that date. There's a language, which is really cool if you've got a client that speaks another language primarily. And then there's all these different cover templates that you can toggle through. And then once you download your photo, you can then look at the image and decide like what background color you think goes best with it. You can change the text color, you can change the background color, and you can add different logos onto here depending on which one you think looks the best. So that's really neat. Moving on, you can then upload your photos. You can do different sections. This is really cool, especially for weddings, because if you've got the different parts of the wedding, like the getting ready part and then the ceremony, you can have all of the pictures from each segment sorted. So that is something that I really love about this. It kind of adds like a storybook element to the galleries. It's not showing it right here because I haven't uploaded any photos yet, but once you upload the photos, you can then create slideshows and you can customize those slideshows to your liking as well, which is awesome because it is, you can add music and add different colors, and like I said, you can make it fit your brand really well, and it's just a great little thing that you can show your clients before they actually start scrolling to the gallery, where it'll display the photos in an interesting way. Then we have the gallery setup section, so you can sort all of your photos by occasion, which then when people visit your portfolio, they can click on the occasion that they want to see, and they don't have to scroll through endless galleries trying to find pictures that fit what they are looking for. So that's really neat. You can make these private, and you can also add different security levels. You can add expiration dates to the gallery if you don't want a gallery to stay on your portfolio open-endedly. You can also select sneak peek pictures. So these are the pictures that are going to show to the public when they visit your portfolio. You can add SEO. This is huge because SEO is how people find you online, and so having an SEO piece to your gallery is what makes it very searchable for future clients. There's also the ability to share, well, there's the option to let your client share these images on Facebook and other social media platforms. And then you can also let your client add photos into the gallery from their own personal phones or computers or whatever. I usually leave that off, but that is interesting, especially I think for weddings. So if you want just like a all-in-one place where people can go get photos from an event, even if they weren't yours personally, you can allow your client to do that. You can decide whether you want them to be able to upload them high resolution or web size. You can change out your watermarks, and there's also different email templates that you can have pre-uploaded so that when you share this, it will auto-populate a specific template. There's different gallery styles. You can do thin spaces, thick spaces, small photos, large photos. There's a lot of room there. And then you can also have different price lists for your store. So maybe if you have like friends and family, you want to give them a discount on prints, you can have a different price list for them than for other for other people. And you can turn this on and off. So some people, if you don't want them to be able to print things, then there is that option. Automations. This one is huge because most gallery delivery systems, in my experience, do not allow you to sell prints, and they definitely don't allow you to sell prints from in a marketing campaign style. So there's different automations that are pre-built into PicTime, and I'm not going to go into every single one of them because that would take a lot of time. But they do have these that are on the main page that are like early bird. So you can go in and you can say, I want my clients to be able to get 20% off for the first 7 days of receiving their gallery. And I'm going to call that the early bird special. And you can turn this on and off for each gallery. So if some galleries you don't want to apply that, you don't have to. You can also say, hey guys, when your gallery is about to expire, you get a specific discount for that. And what it does is it sends those clients emails, and you can set up the duration of emails, what the email says. You can customize it completely to your liking. You can change the color, the cover photos to fit your branding. It's very, very customizable to your brand. In addition to that, you can set up different coupons if you wanted to, like for instance, I send clients a coupon if they leave me a 5-star review for a free 5x7 print. So this is how I do it. I assign it to the gallery and then it emails them the code that they can redeem in their store. There's also sales that they have pre-built for Mother's Day, for Black Friday, for different holidays. So like Mother's Day, you can send anybody with a family session a Mother's Day sale email where they can print their family photos, which will be a great Mother's Day gift. And then there's like very intuitive automations where you can add like different functions to the gallery itself for people to pick out certain photos that they want put into something else, some other project. Like there's just so many different things that you have to go through them and kind of read up on them yourself. And then you can make your own. There's some where they're so customizable that you really can do anything with them, and that is just not something that I've seen in any other gallery softwares. So that is cool. And then we have the share button. This is where you share it with your clients. You can also create a link where you send it, if you want to send it to a lot of people and they have access to downloading the images, you can get a secure link. You can also send it to guests. This will allow them to view it but not download. And then we have the workflow section, which is not going to let me click on it right now because I haven't actually made this gallery live. But once we turn it to live and we share it with the client, we'll have a workflow area where it'll show us analytics on how many people are viewing the gallery, the store, if anyone has anything in their cart that they haven't actually checked out with yet, and so on. So that's pretty cool too. And then once the gallery is set up, this is what it looks like. Let's see, which which one do I want to click on? So this is what the gallery looks like. Obviously I said this was customizable, but this is how I made this cover page look. And then when you scroll down, usually it'll show a client the tutorial, but because I'm not a client, it's not showing me a tutorial, but it will show you how to use the gallery. So here's the gallery, and like I said, all this is customizable, so the way that it's showing these images is my specific format that I have set up, but you can change it to make the photos smaller or the grid spaces bigger or anything like that. And then at the top here, we have the different sections you can toggle through, and then we have the shop button. And the shop button, if you actually click on it, will show the client their photos superimposed on the different types of prints, which I think is super cool, super customizable and personal to the client. And then once they scroll through all your print options, which by the way, you choose these print options, you choose the print store that is associated with each print option, and make it unique to you. You change your markup, so if you wanted to make a higher markup on certain items, you can change that. And then they can click on the different types of prints, select, you know, the type of material. If they're doing a gallery, they can design the actual page itself, the size, everything, and then they add it to their cart, put in their coupon code if they have one, and then check out, and that gallery, or not gallery, that print is then mailed to their house, which is super cool. So you have no part in the whole print process other than setting up the store, but you do make commission. But that's a very special way for you to make a little bit of extra money without having to do any work, and that is the main reason why I use PicTime myself. So let me get out of the store and see if there's anything else that I did not share with you guys. So this is the campaign section. This is where I said you can build out those marketing campaigns, and if you click on more campaigns, it'll show you their pre-built ones. So they have a Valentine's Day, Father's Day, Mother's Day, pre-holiday sale, holiday. This is all Christmas, Hanukkah type holiday stuff. And then you can also build your own coupons and essentially make your own holiday ones as well. So like you can change this out. Instead of it saying Mother's Day, it could say 4th of July. I mean, there's all kinds of different ways that you can set these up. And then the automations are where you can actually have something set up inside of the store where it'll show you like a countdown timer. Let me see if it'll show photos of that. Don't see photos of it, but it'll show like a countdown timer that says, okay, you have 2 days left on the sale, and then it'll tell them the code. You can also have it set up to have a basic, standard, and premium package that they can purchase. Once they receive the gallery, it expires within 24 hours unless they purchase one. I used to use that. You can give people free prints if you wanted to, as a way to get them in the store to see the quality of your prints, because a lot of people don't realize how much better your prints are compared to like a Shutterfly store. So just so many different cool stuff that you can do with PicTime. In the settings section, you can go over to your brand and style, and this is where I was telling you you can add your watermarks, which I custom make my watermarks so they fit my brand. You can change your default gallery style so you don't have to change it every time you create a new gallery. You can upload your logos, one for a dark background, one for a white background, and then you can also put your website's address, Instagram, all the things that people can use to then find you on social media if they want to follow you after they receive their gallery. There's a couple more options, but you can scroll through there once you sign up for PicTime. Yep, so that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about with PicTime. Now let's go over to Sprout Studio like those, and we will get into what else Sprout does later in another video. But they have a gallery section. You can add a new gallery. You can customize the name of it, attach it to whatever photo shoot it's affiliated with. And then once you add it, this is where you would upload those photos. And obviously I didn't do any of that, but I will show you a previous gallery that I did once in this system. So if we viewed it as the client, and mind you, these are not edited photos, these are proofs, so don't judge the quality of these images. But you see, this is more of like what the cover page would look like. It is customizable, but I don't think it's as customizable. And then you click that button, and then this is where it displays all the images. It may be a little bit more customizable since the last time that I used it, but I still think that PicTime is more functional than the Sprout Studio. So that is pretty much everything I wanted to go over about PicTime and about Sprout Studio for now. We will go more into Sprout Studio later, actually in the next video. But if you have any questions, if I missed anything, or if you want to hear about anything else affiliated with these gallery delivery systems, please let me know. You can leave it in the comments, and I will be sure to make a video about it at a later date. So I appreciate you listening, and I hope that this was very helpful on your journey to becoming a professional photographer.